Hi there, welcome to Sending Ravens. How's everybody doing? Wow, I just got some really good news that I'm gonna have to wait to share it all with you. But Bonnie, thank you so much for sending me that link. I just got a link and it's concerning what she called and or what the link indicated. Some truly big step towards all of this horrific cult-like behavior that's been going on with the elites. You know, we've been hearing a lot about, okay, there's all these lists of people that have been arrested, all kinds of high-profile people. We all know who they are. You know, a lot of us know and have known for some time what they've been doing, and they're involved in this trafficking and horrific crimes against humanity, and in particular children and babies. Trafficking body parts, trafficking humans, trafficking horrific, just horrifying things, and also occult sort of goings on, ritualistic abuse, and adrenochrome kind of creating horrendousness. And if you've been watching the Tarot by Janine channel, I don't think I'm going crazy. I think I just really need to be a part of this all coming out. It seems like I was born to do it, because it feels so appropriate somehow that this is the time it needs to be. We need to stop this, of course. You know what I mean? I can't even stress it enough. But I'm not trying to be a big downer, you know, because I'm actually a really positive, loving person. And a year ago, I would have laughed at you if you told me all of this. Well, maybe not laughed, but I would have been like, okay, I don't know. You know what I mean? And now I'm like, oh my goodness, there's too much out there that's so obvious. And once your eyes are open, they can never be closed. So yeah, I'm going to look at, as promised, I promised last time I'd look into Oprah. How involved is she? A lot of people think she's really high up in this horrific sort of cult. If you were watching the Tarot by Janine channel, we did a look at this woman, Jessie. Forget how to say her last name. It's kind of hard. It's a hard one. And anyway, David Zublick interviews her. Three different sort of sessions of it. So there's this 3-part interview. So go to Dark Outpost, David Zublick. And I'm going to put those words below, but I'm not going to link it, because apparently Guy was telling me we have to be careful linking things, because, yeah, anyway, we just have to be careful about this. So, yeah, I'm going to look into, where was I? Oh, yeah, I'm going to look into Oprah. How involved is she in this horrific sort of cult, ritualizing abuse of children and all the things like that go along with that? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you better go check out my Friday's video, and then check out this David Zublick's channel just to start. That'll start you off. And maybe watch Out of the Shadows if you're just beginning. If you're just beginning, you better start there and look into Isaac Kappy, K-A-P-P-Y, I believe. Isaac, I-S-A-A-C, I believe. Isaac. Yeah, Isaac Kappy. Just look into his story, okay? Yeah. Now, let's look around Oprah. So we'll just start with her and just go, what's up with Oprah? How involved is she? What part does she play? Is she? Because I used to love Oprah, and now I can't even watch her. And do you guys remember recently, just before everything just really came out, and after Weinstein was arrested, oh, and Oprah was huge, big friends with Weinstein, and also Epstein, all the Steens she was buddies with, okay? And like, really? So Weinstein and Epstein have both been long time rumored and talked about, and even in Epstein's case, called out for the kind of activities that are against children in a sexual way, we'll say it like that. And Oprah claims to have been sexually abused, and she tells this horrific story about it. So what on earth is she doing being buddies with Weinstein and the likes of Epstein. What I could never figure that out. But it seems like a lot of people, some people when they've been abused actually become healers for others and help and console others and heal themselves enough to actually be useful out there to other victims, and others become perpetrators of crimes similar to what were done on them. And I'm thinking that might have happened with Oprah, but it's just horrific to me that she would even hang out with those scumbags when and they were known for many years and rumored and whispered that they were like that. So, and everybody talked about it, and apparently everybody in Hollywood, so she would have known. It's not like she doesn't know. And this was done to her like a horrific crime, a sexual type crime as a child. So as far as I'm concerned, that woman needs help and desperately needs to give her head a shake, right? Now, just before all of this sort of started coming, out in the more in social media, certainly. So right around a couple of months before Christmas, was it? Correct me, because I get those details wrong, and I know I got a lot of great detailed oriented people out there that'll correct me, so that's great, and I don't get offended by that at all because I need it. She fell down. So Oprah was making some big, talking about, and get this, just before she fell like flat on her ass off some high heels of hers, okay? She was talking about balance and how we need to be in balance. And I believe, honestly, that was the universe going, yeah, and you're like strictly right out of balance, woman. That's what I think. Yeah. So even if she's not involved in this, she's out of balance, just being friends and not speaking up against people like that, not speaking up for those victims when she claims to be a victim. That part, I'm really disgusted with her. But anyway, we're going to look, how much is she involved in the kinds of things Epstein was involved in? We'll just say it like that because we got to be careful. Okay, let's have a look. So she's coming up as justice. And the Ace of Cups, karmic justice. So karmic justice, or believing she's justified somehow. There's a justified energy there. We've got the Magician, so lying. I wonder, and this is going to sound horrendous, and I hope I'm wrong about this, but I wonder if some of that story she told about herself from her childhood was a lie, just to take sort of the heat off people looking into her, maybe. Interesting. Because a lot of, let's just say this, a lot of what Oprah says to be who she is a lie. Let's just say that. Okay. And then we've got the Justice card here. So she believes she's justified somehow in her treatment of innocence. Ace of Cups, she's justified somehow. So this card's unfeeling. That's coming up as her archetype. Unfeeling in the situation that we're asking about. So she's unfeeling and believes she's fair and just somehow. And you know what this woman was talking about? When you watch this Jessie woman, she does describe that these people actually believe somehow that what they're doing is, they justify it. And I'm feeling like that's what we got going on here. Right? So she may have even, who knows, like I wonder, we should look into, one day we should look into Oprah's, or somebody should look into Oprah's family background. I wonder if her family were involved, in which case she could have been indoctrinated herself into this from a young age. And that story she tells is something they planted in her head. Not making excuses for her, but that's apparently what they do, according to this woman, Jessie. It's just horrifying. Anyway, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune in the middle. So I feel like, so she was karmically placed in this family, and or in somehow the occult family, let's call it that, and believes that she's, or she believes that anyway, and she believes that she's karmic and just in, so she believes that she's in balance to be behaving the way she was in the ways that she would have behaved here towards children. So whatever she's been up to, she doesn't think she's doing anything wrong, that's for sure. Okay, we've got the 9 of Wands underneath this Justice card. So I wonder if maybe it's true that she has that ankle bracelet on her, because it feels like some kind of justice caught up to her. So that's interesting, right? And this card's like it's really hard. So possibly she is being already questioned on and looked into, right, about her crimes. Okay, so we've got the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, I wonder, and also Harvey Weinstein apparently gave up a whole list of names, which is now circulating on social media. It wasn't supposed to get out, but of course it got leaked, thank goodness, so we can all know what the heck's going on. And I wonder if she was on that list. I can't remember if I saw her on the list or not. I'll have to double check. But this is interesting. I feel like if she's going to be asked to give up people. So I'm thinking she's, karma's catching up to her, Miss Oprah here. And yeah, I'm thinking she's involved. And we've got this, she's going to be in really big, so her time is ending, perpetrating crimes against children comes to an end. Wow. They got some kind of information on her and or even compiled. So there could even be several people have come forward, but also maybe some of the people that are being accused have also come forward. And then of course there's all the information, that extra chunk of information that got, they call it dumped. So the second part of WikiLeaks came out, and apparently all kinds of information on the elite and goings on. Dark doings of the elites. So look into that as well. She's still negotiating though. It's like, yeah, I think they've caught up to her, and I think she is involved. And she looks like she's negotiating deals. So she may be also giving up people and trying to cut deals for herself. That's what it looks like's going on here. There's somebody in particular they really want her to give up, that feels like if she gives that person up, she gets very light, like it's a gateway for her. It's a way for her to get out of a lot of the doo-doo she's in here. Wow. Unfathomable to me. Whew. Okay, now there's another person. Okay, and this is just, I just have to ask this question. Okay, so when you listen to that Dark Outpost, this David Zublick, and the guy's a genius and he's really good at what he does. He's a great investigator, and you know, the way he just lets them talk and just chimes in every once in a while. He's brilliant. So kudos to you, David. And so brave of this woman, Jessie. Now, she names Gloria Vanderbilt. And of course, that's been thought for many, many, many years that she is the literal high priestess of the U.S. anyway, sort of leg of and or this, you know, the organization, the horrific cult, Luciferian, you know, organization that this Jessie's talking about. The head woman was Gloria Vanderbilt, who died at 92 very recently. Now, of course, her son, so she had 2 sons. You got to look into this story. She had 2 sons. I forget one of them's name, but the other one is, what's that fellow's name? He's on CNN, white-haired guy, newscaster. What the heck? Oh, no, it'll come to me. Oh, I can't remember his name. You guys know who I'm talking about. The white-haired news guy, right? And he looks like an alien. He's a gay man, anyway. And he has a partner, and they just had a baby. Anyway, so they just had a baby, and there was a picture of him and his baby on the front cover. Now, on the front cover of People magazine, I think it was, and according to this woman, okay, this Jessie, she witnessed horrific crimes against children perpetrated by his whole family and including him. And his brother, at the age of 23, people believe threw himself off a balcony, and his mother was on the balcony, and it's long been rumored and more likely that because she was an evil woman, everything I've ever read about her, the woman's evil. So no matter what she's involved in, she's for sure evil. Anyway, this young man at 23 threw himself off a balcony and died. And of course it was ruled a suicide. His mother was on the balcony. It probably wasn't a suicide. He was probably trying to get out of, if it was a suicide, he was probably trying to get out of the family. So what my question is that baby safe? Is that baby safe with, oh my God, I can't believe I can't remember his name. I'm not refilming this. It's not going to happen. We're going to figure it out. Anyway, Anderson Cooper. That's it. Oh, thank goodness. Anderson Cooper. And you know, I always liked Anderson Cooper, so I am so sad. And he was brought up in this family with this horrific woman. And, you know, obviously abused himself. There's even paintings in her house. Look this stuff up. Her paintings in her home are pretty much all child, the P word type paintings. They're painted by a known artist and or several known artists who paint that sort of thing. So children in compromising positions being abused in the paintings, huge paintings. And one of them, very suspicious, the background of it is clearly a swimming pool that's known to be theirs in that home where the painting hangs, and a known ritual place. So this is all stuff that's been talked about for years and by whistleblowers, okay? And so in Anderson Cooper's mother's house, who recently passed away, this Gloria, I don't even want to say her name because I think was a sick woman, evil woman. Anyway, so what appears to be himself as a young child looks exactly like him, being what appears to be abused. So likely he spent his whole life. So Anderson Cooper, if you're watching this, seriously, get some help. And I want to know if that baby's safe and okay with him, because I saw a newborn baby in his arms. So they adopted a baby, obviously, or had a surrogate have a baby. I didn't read the article, but him and his lover and their partner, they married or whatever. And that's okay, whatever, if they love each other, and that's wonderful. I have no issues with that. He's a gay man. Great. Okay, no issues with gay people having children, but not being brought up in that kind of cult. I want to know if that baby's safe with Anderson Cooper and his partner. And you know what I mean? Yeah, because that's scary. And this woman bluntly names him, and she witnessed him in horrific abusing children as part of a ritual. Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. Just move it like that. Make sure everybody can see the cards. Okay, so, oh boy. Okay, so a lot of joy. So the boy, they say it's a boy. There's a lot of gender inversion goes on with this cult. So, oh my goodness, that's for a whole other reading. Like, it's mind-blowing. You guys are going to think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy, I promise. It's just mind-blowing what goes on here and the reasons why, ritually, why they would do that. But anyway, so they're presenting that child as a boy. So whether it's a boy or not, we're not sure. We've got the Hanged Man, so that's him, Anderson Cooper. So maybe he's gone, like, kind of switched off, because they say if you're mind controlled, just certain triggers will trigger you doing the deep, dark behavior. So possibly he's not involved, or he's backed off from the cult, and or he's like just maybe even smart enough to not be doing things like that right now, because all the things coming out about it on all the celebrities. And you can be sure he's heard word, this woman's whistleblowing on him and his family. Oh my goodness. And all these things are coming out about his horrific mother. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is he's backed off, or maybe even shut off somehow from that, you know, because they can bury all those memories of being involved if they've been controlled since youth. Right? Okay, and we've got the star, so there's vulnerability around it, so it could be a problem, right? There could be a problem. There was a lot of joy when the boy first came to the household, or they're going to call a boy, so I guess it's a boy. Okay, and here we've got the King of Cups in the middle, so he's got the King of Cups, a little bit fickle, the King of Cups, but wants to do the right thing or come from the heart. So far looks good. Okay, now we've got the King of Wands. I feel like at a certain age, though, surrender to, he's going to, if he's allowed to. It looks like Anderson Cooper is going to, and I guess his partner, if his partner even knows this, and if they're watching, I want that partner to know, look into this guy's family background. Okay, scary. Right? Not his fault if he was born into that family, but his fault if he allows himself, while knowing that he could have been programmed, to not go get some help. That's when it becomes his fault, that he continues in that. Anyway, so we've got the Hierophant and surrender. So there's going to be a time when they're going to expect this boy at a certain age, I got the word 8 in my head, to be trained in similar things. Yeah, so if things are allowed to go as they've always done in the history of the family, because it's obviously been passed down generationally, yeah, the boy will be in danger, and by a certain age, and I'm thinking 8. I'm just feeling 8 here, but I mean, I'm worried. I would worry. I'm worried about it, but I hope Anderson Cooper gets help, because his mother's, it's largely known and being exposed more and more daily who she was and is like, her legacy is horrific. So look into it. Look into some of this. Look into her doll collection. Just start there. Gloria Vanderbilt's doll collection. Just check that out. Anyway, and don't forget to watch this Dark Outpost, David Zublick, incredible, this interview with Jessie, 3-part. Thank you so much, and I hope you're not mad at me for going these dark places, but we gotta know some things, people, because things are coming out. It's incredible times, and the whole world could change, and I'm hoping for the better, and I want to be a part of this horrific cult being eradicated forever. I hope we go some distance towards that, and the more of us awake, the better. Thank you so much. Please like and share. If you liked my video, I need some likes. Yay. Okay, thanks a lot.